Hi, I'm Mark Mancini with VRBO Outstanding. This week, we're going to discuss the two things that can make or break your short-term rental, so stay tuned. So welcome back. In this episode, we're going to go into the two things that really can make or break your short-term rental. And when I mean make or break, I mean, number one, what's going to get you bookings, and number two, what's going to get you 5-star reviews each and every time. So let's talk about cleaners. That's the second most important thing with your short-term rental. Your guest is already booked. Now they're opening up that door and they're entering, and will they be shocked at what they see, or will they be happy? Now, with cleaners, a couple things I strongly suggest, and in my course at VRB Outstanding, which by the way, we have a 50% off special. Labor 50 is the code for Labor Day. Take 50% off your course, and we're gonna go ahead and show you some of our secrets right here. Now, you always wanna use the same cleaners. Many of you hire a cleaning service, and that's fine, but you're going to want to request the same cleaners each and every week because they know what's in the house, where it's supposed to go, and where it should be when they finish, okay? So with those same cleaners, they're going to know exactly how everything should look, but if they see any damage or anything missing, their job obviously is to take a picture of it and report it to you as soon as possible. That is why you always do your cleanings on the checkout day. You don't wait until a couple days later or a day before the next check-in. You always do your cleaning when you have the guest check out. Also, you might get a last-minute booking, so you always want to have the place ready to go, in the chamber, ready to shoot, right? So go ahead and at every checkout, have the cleaners be there and do the thorough cleaning. Now, the cleaners should always be cleaning under couches and even behind refrigerators, not just for detail cleaning. Now, detailed cleanings usually happen 1 to 2 times per year or per season, especially if you're booked, let's say spring through fall. You'll want to do 1 to 2 detailed cleanings throughout the summer. Sometimes with some of our houses, and I know some of yours, they're booked solid. You can't have a detailed cleaning because you're booked 7 or 8 months straight, okay? So what you do is you have a list of things that you do occasionally, like for instance, each week. So maybe one week you do blinds, another week you do baseboards, another week it's fans, and so forth. So all the things you usually do in your detailed cleaning, you're doing one of those a week throughout the course of the summer, and then repeat that again so that you can get all those little things taken care of, and the guest doesn't complain about little dust at the windowsill or on the fan that really shouldn't be there anyway. But again, when you're booked several months straight, it's hard to do that. I fully understand. Now, what should your cleaners be doing? What should they not be doing? Well, my secret is interviewing cleaners. We've all had bad cleaners. Some of us are lucky enough to have good cleaners. The one question I start my interview off with is, what do you not do? Now that may seem like a very odd question, but I'm looking for a very specific answer. I want them to say nothing. We clean everything. We'll do everything. If I ask them, do you clean the grill? Yes. Now when you say clean the grill, just doing the top, or you take it apart and you clean the bottom? Do you empty out the fat in that container that slides out? Yes, we do that. If I ask you to sweep outside of the concrete patio area by the pool, because we have little pebbles that sometimes guests, from walking, kick onto there, would you sweep outside in the patio and pool area? Yes. We have chase lounges. Can you put all the chase lounges facing the same way, whether it's all up, all down, so they all look uniform when a guest arrives? Answer should be yes, okay? If I have a rack of kayaks and paddleboards, which obviously we do, hopefully saw an episode on that. if the kayaks are often on the ground, are you going to be able to pick them up and put them onto the rack so it looks neat for the guest? Yes. Finally, we have outdoor furniture. And in Florida, guess what? It rains often. Not for long, but it rains. The last thing you want is those cushions being wet for the guests to sit on. Also, the sun in the keys beats down on those things and fades them and destroys them. I want them covered. We talked in our Home Depot Hacks episode about the Dux cover that I recommend on the outdoor furniture. My cleaners will cover the furniture so when the guest comes, everything's covered, the chaissage is looking good, the grill is clean for them to grill on, the kayaks are all in place, the concrete is all broomed and swept, and so there's no little pebbles on there. And when they go into that house, it's impeccable, okay? Now, I found some great cleaners. I've also had bad ones. But one of the reasons why I keep the good ones is if they tell me what their price is, fine. Whatever they say, I go with. If they're doing a great job, I'll pay whatever they ask because I'm passing that fee on to the guest. I'm charging the same cleaning fee. I'm not marking it up. I'm not marking it down. This is their cleaning fee. I'm passing it on. Now, for some of our homes, they're a little smaller, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and $400, $500 cleaning fee. Some of you may shake your head and go, people pay that? Yeah, they do. But when they go there, they're expecting it to be perfect. And my cleaners know they leave it perfect. When my wife and I go down to our homes and we open up the door and see everything perfect, and they cleaned it just as they would for a guest, not just for us, that warms our heart because we know they're doing a great job. I'll pay them whatever they want. If they want $600, I'll pay them. Now, the other thing too I want to mention about that, some of you may have reservations paying that much and you may not have the perfect cleaner. You can also do something like this. You can provide a spiff. So for instance, maybe you pay them $350, but if you get a 5-star review that week, you give them an extra $50. There's incentives there built in for them to do a great job, okay? And it's important. They should be proud of their work, and also you should be making sure that they're valued and they're treated great. And we've had incidents where a cleaner, we had a last-minute guest or something happened, we had to get a cleaner there, and they took care of it. And I said, Maria, whatever it is you charge us, just I don't care. Just charge us whatever it is, we'll pay it. I want to make sure my cleaner's happy. I want her to stay with me as long as possible because I've had bad cleaners and I know what that's like for the guest. And I know some of you do too. And that's why I'm here, because the last thing you want is to get that call around 6 o'clock when a guest checks in and they say, Mark, we paid $500 for cleaning and we're not impressed. There's dust over here, there's something over here. You know, what can you do for us? That is the last thing as an owner you want to hear as well. I know I touched a nerve, okay? And that's why I value our cleaners. Now, another thing I'm going to tell you about is I'm finishing up a piece of software called VRBclean. And it's designed to help save cleanings like this by providing the guest pictures of the cleaning afterward, texted and emailed to them when the home is ready. I'll go more into that later, but it's something I think all hosts should have. We should supply our guests with pictures after the cleaning's been done and show them. This way we've got documentation. Everything looked good? Well, pictures showed it. And we went ahead and texted you those and emailed those to you. And we even allowed you to check in early because the house is ready. Okay, so let's talk about linens. At an absolute minimum, you should have 3 sets of linens. One for the guest that's there, one for the next incoming guest, and an emergency set. Now, while your cleaners are cleaning, they should also be trying to do some of the linens, the towels while they're there. The best way to do that, there's 2 secrets we have in VRB Outstanding. Number 1, always get a washer and dryer with a quick wash cycle. Those are usually 15-minute cycles. That's a must-have. The other secret is having 2 sets of washers and dryers. That means 2 washers and 2 dryers, and that's why we go with stackables. I've heard some of you have 3 or 4, which is amazing, but those are larger homes. But even for a 3-bedroom home, having 2 sets is going to save you so much time and money versus going to a cleaner's and having them done. Now, some secrets with having those. Many of you have your houses built and don't have the setups for 2 washers and dryers. Well, here are some secrets. For the washing machines, Amazon makes these splitters, and you want to get the ones, and I'll show you over here, with the on-off levers for each of the different spigots. And it's just a simple splitter, and you'll get one for each of them, so you can split off for each washer and dryer, hot and your cold. That's how you take care of the water. Now, the water that dumps into the hose out the back, you can get also a splitter that'll match that, or some of those hoses are actually pliable, and you can put both of those drain holes that go right into there and go out for your washing machine. So the washers are pretty darn easy. Now, the dryers. You will have to get a second electrical run. Hopefully, your electric is near your washer and dryer. Many times homes are built with that in mind, and it's not too difficult to add a second electrical receptacle. Now, your ductwork. You only have the one opening usually. Now, when my wife built her house, she wanted 2 sets, so she has 2 ducts going out. Everything was already set with 2 sets of water, 2 sets of electrical, and 2 ducts. But if you didn't have that set up, if you weren't thinking ahead with your short-term rental, and you've got the 1 duct, guess what? Amazon makes a duct splitter. You'll need 3 extra clamps and that splitter. And that splitter just connects as you would the collapsible duct work, and you just get, like I said, the 3 extra clamps right there. You're also going to have your clamp by the wall and on the washing machine, but again, with that splitter, you'll need 3 more clamps. It's very inexpensive. It allows you to run 2 washers and 2 dryers. You can run 2 sets at the same time with a 15-minute clean cycle. You should be able to get through a bunch of these. The dryer is going to hold you up, but that's okay. If you can at least get the towels done, you'll be in good shape. If you can get the sheets done too, great. But again, with linens, you always want to have at least 3 sets. And our VRB Outstanding secret is every May, Macy's has their annual sale. And this sale is on linens, it's on drinkware and stemware, it's cookware, it's pretty much everything in the store. And it's all their name brands. Martha Stewart, Perry Ellis, Ralph Lauren, all these other ones. You can get pillows, you can get towels and sheets, and again, the stemware, which I'm very picky on. We get all the correct stemware with wine glasses, margarita glasses, martinis, flutes, with all of our rentals. But you don't have to pay an arm and a leg. When they have their sale, it is dirt cheap. So remember, you want to be VRB Outstanding. You want to have the 2 things that are going to make you VRB Outstanding. Number 1, the best pictures you can possibly get. Hire a pro photographer. Get your drones, get your Matterport, get your night shots, get your day shots, and stage them. Number 2, hire the best cleaner you can and pay them whatever they ask. A cleaner and a photographer are worth their weight in gold. They will make or break your short-term rental. I appreciate you coming by this week. Look forward to seeing you next week, and we'll be live from the Keys the next couple of videos. And just remember, the devil is in the details. It's never one thing that gives you a 5-star review. It's lots of little things. Your guests want to walk into the Ritz. Everything, it doesn't have to look like the Ritz as far as cathedral ceilings and posh, elegant items, but it has to be clean and spotless. It has to be well presented, well lit, and just look like someone took the time to make it look like they wanted you to have a great vacation. And that's what being VRB Outstanding is all about. So remember, hit the like and subscribe button below, and we'll see you again next week when we film from the Keys.